everybody. Welcome to ABA Inside Track, the podcast that's like reading in your car, but safer. I'm your host, Robert Perry Cruz, and with me, as always, are my fabulous co-hosts.
What up, Rob and Diana? It's Jackie. It's almost my turn to go third. But
that
not
was
quite
pretty.
Yet. Thank you.
That might be my favorite one that you've done.
Thank you. I've been really working on it all week, and that's what I came up with.
It was like really upbeat. It had like a little bit of remember that kids jazzercise show that came on Disney Channel?
Mousercise?
Mousercise. It reminded me of that.
Cool.
And it's me, Diana. Hello.
Wow. Remember Welcome to Pooh Corner and Dumbo Circus?
Yeah. Dumbo Circus flying out of the sky. Something that you really shouldn't miss.
Those shows... man, it was summer vacation, but I'd still be like, I guess I'll watch this because I got to watch something. 'Cause I don't have school, but why?
7 a.m.
This is not for me. I think I was like 12 too. I think we'd watch Dumbo Circus and Under the Umbrella Tree and the Kids in the Hall reruns. That was my summer from age 10 to 13.
I loved Under the Umbrella Tree.
That was better than the others.
It was
some pretty quality.
I really
recall. It. Yeah.
They didn't all live under there, though, right? It was like they lived in an apartment.
No, it was an apartment.
It's a lady and her puppets.
Yeah, puppets.
Okay.
The umbrella tree is an umbrella stand, which was confusing.
No, it was a big tree.
There was.
But an umbrella tree is a stand that you put your umbrellas in, like a coat tree.
No, but it was a tree.
It was a tree. I thought that was the name of the tree.
Oh, I thought it was both, referencing both.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I'd have to watch it.
If somebody knows, write into us and let us know, because we obviously have not watched it in a while. So
no. And if you were listening to this saying, whatever happened to my podcast about behavior analysis and behavior analytic research? Why is this a podcast about lost children's shows of the early to mid 90s or earlier, actually?
Earlier than that.
Early 80s up to and including the 90s. Well, no, that's not what we do. We do the behavior analysis thing. And this is our July 2024 preview episode, where we're a little looser with the format of talking about a topic and relevant research articles. And we don't
actually even talk about a topic.
Well, we talk about the top. We just talk about multiple topics, the topics that will come up in the actual real episodes that come out later. These are just for fun, because somebody once said you need to have a podcast episode every week, back when that was maybe a thing. And we've just gotten in the habit of doing it. And then you know what to read if you want to read ahead. Or you can just listen to us chat about whatever we're chatting about today, which that's whole podcast networks. That's their whole thing. So we've got episodes, we've got chit chats, all sorts of things coming for July 2024 preview. So why don't we start with the what's coming out this month section of the show.
Okay, very exciting. I don't know if you said that this is for the month of July, did you?
July 2024.
Oh, yeah, you did do that, because I was surprised that the year was 2024.
It's still 2024.
Pretty exciting that it's July, and since our schedules are a little bit more flexible in July, we were able to make July the month of guests. So we have lots and lots of guest episodes coming up, and it's pretty exciting that so many people were able to join us. So thank you in advance to our guests. And additionally, turns out July is one of those months that has 4 Wednesdays. So you're going to get this preview episode, 4 full episodes, all with a guest. And if you're a patron, it's also a book club month release.
Because it's what?
July month.
What is this summer? The summer of book clubs.
Yes. Wow. So July is like the Venn diagram of guests and book club. Mm-hmm. This is the month of guests in the summer of book clubs.
We've been doing book clubs.
However, our book club with the guest on it was last month.
That's right.
We messed that up a little bit.
Oh, that would have worked out better, wouldn't it have?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's okay.
We have a book club every single month. I think starting back did we start in April?
I do not know.
Yeah. April or May. We've been going. Books every month. Okay,
so we have, as I just said, 4 different episodes to tell you about upcoming for July. And in no particular order I don't know if we know the order these are coming out in yet, but we were very fortunate to have Kate Chazin join us to talk about some of her recent research. We are considering this episode part of our ongoing exploration in neurodiversity and topics that touch on that area as well. So she has some articles for us to discuss with her, and they include Centering Autistic Perspectives, Social Acceptability of Goals, Learning Context, and Procedures for Young Autistic Children. That's by Chazin, Ledford, Wilson, Moses, Rajaraman, and Juarez, and that was published in the Journal of Autism and Developmental Disorders 2024. Also, within that episode, we will discuss Reducing Escape Without Escape Extinction, a systematic review and meta-analysis of escape-based interventions by Chazin, Velez, and Ledford. That was published in the Journal of Behavioral Education 2022.
Boom.
Next up, we were very excited to be joined by Dr. Camille Kolu to talk about trauma-informed care and protection factors. So we will talk with her about her article, Providing Buffers, Solving Barriers, Value-Driven Policies and Actions that Protect Clients Today and Increase the Chances of Thriving Tomorrow. Great title. That was by Kolu, published in Behavior Analysis and Practice 2023, online 2023. So it might be 2024. In print. And then additionally, Reflections on Choice and Control, Informed by Lessons in Parenting, also by Kolu. This was published in Operance Magazine 2024. Next, oh my gosh, this is such an exciting month. Next, we will be joined by Dr. Anita Li. She's going to talk to us about diversity in ABA, although we already have an episode with that title, so we may need to workshop the title there a little bit, Rob. We haven't had Dr. Li on before, so that's extremely exciting. And we have an article titled Participation of Latina Women as Authors in Behavior Analytic Research. And is this under review?
I believe it is.
Okay, so that article.
Or was it?
Or is it just come out?
It's just recently come out. So it's hot off the press, not quite on the press, but yeah.
That's what I thought. So I think I can go ahead and say that it's in Behavior Analysis and Practice, freshly published.
If it's not there now, it'll be there soon.
Yeah, I believe it is out. And then Essential Readings in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in Behavior Analytic Training Programs by Lee, Hollins, Morris, and Gray. And that is in Behavior Analysis and Practice 2023. Participation of Latina Women as Authors in Behavior Analytic Research. And that is by Lee, Curiel, and Cardosa Sao Mateus. That was very recently published in Behavior Analysis and Practice. All right, and then finally, we will be joined by Amanda Ralston from Non-Binary Solutions. We're going to talk to her about public speaking and dissemination in the field. So we have 3 articles to chat about. They include Ask the Experts, How Can New Students Defend Behavior Analysis from Misunderstandings? That's by Beseverich and published in Behavior Analysis and Practice 2014. Also, a classic, Behavior Analysis to the Front, a 15-step tutorial on public speaking. That's by Fryman, Behavior Analyst 2014. And finally, Improving Behavior Analyst Public Speaking, Recommendations from Expert Interviews by Heineke, Wanico, Valentino, and Sellers. And that was in Behavior Analysis and Practice 2022.
And so we got a lot of episodes coming out. Very exciting, a lot of guests. And then we also have the Summer Book Club rolling on with another book club. Now, some of the book clubs we've released this summer have been for everybody. Some have been for just patrons. And this is a just patron one. So if you want to hear this one because you say, but I've listened to all the other book clubs, well, I'm sorry, you will have to join us on Patreon at patreon.com/ABA Inside Track. Don't worry, though, because the nice part about joining is you get all the book clubs. And you get 2 CEs for no additional charge. There's a little link that you get just for patrons to get these for no charge, because it's a big thank you, because it's really nice when people subscribe there, because there's so many places to get our show and it is very confusing where you're supposed to go. So we thought, what a nice way to come have you visit us there. So Dinah, what is our summer? This is our summer book club, even though it's the summer of book club and there's always a book club.
Yeah, so you may remember that our spring book club, the books that were available to vote on were all related to really, I thought useful clinical applications in the field and books that you might be able to share with parents or share the gist of them with parents. And so the book that won in that voting series was the Picture Activity Schedules book. So if you are on Patreon, you've already listened to that. But this book came in a close second, and I felt personally that it was really topical. So we thought that listeners might like to hear this one as well. So that's kind of how we landed on it. And it's titled Good Night, Sweet Dreams, I Love You. Now get into bed and go to sleep. And so it's this book about sleep and teaching kids how to go to sleep. And it's by Pat Fryman. And it's a nice, quick little read. So if anyone wants to grab it, it's only like $16. And you can read through it yourself as well in preparation for that book club. And or if you find that it might be useful for either your own personal life or families that you work with. It has a lot of just general useful information in there. So yeah, we're going to talk about that.
And it reads like you are listening to Pat Fryman.
Oh my God.
Talk to you.
It does.
If you've ever seen
much.
Dr. Fryman talk.
You can hear his voice in it.
It's like maybe like 15%. I have to be real. I have to be a little more formal than I usually, than I might be, like a little less casual in a few terms. But it is the closest thing I think I've ever read to being there and reading someone's book who I have seen speak many, many times. It's very cool. We'll talk all about it.
Yeah.
This month. That'll be probably coming out at
save that material.
End of the month. Usually the way these recordings go, that'll probably be coming out right at the end of July. It's possible early August too, but I think we'll be good. All right, so that's what we've got coming out this month. 5 things, 6 things if you count this, and this has been stellar.
This is
so
really
why wouldn't you?
High quality production.
Why wouldn't you count that? So now that we've talked about what's coming out in the show, let's move into errata, which is the section where we really go off the rails, as well as share some kind of listener emails and any other updates we have. When you are getting this, you are very close to out of time, and that's only if you can easily get to Maryland to go to BlackCon, to Baba's conference, which we had a great bonus episode. Boy, oh boy, was that 2 months ago? Now, I think that came out. And if you've been checking our Facebook page, which I know there's like a lot of better social media than Facebook, but that's just the one where we post things the easiest, I think. We've been putting some clips from our interview with Camille Williams and Denisha Jingles, the presidents of BABA, kind of sharing some thoughts about the conference. And we have one full episode.
In Baltimore.
It's in Baltimore. And I cut up some of the clips, some key information. So if you're not checking those out, you should, because A, there's cool information. B, I think I do a decent job editing them. And C, it takes a while to make those. So if nobody's listening to them, please email me and tell me I don't know what you're talking about, nor do I care to, and save me a good 30 to 60 minutes of work a week. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. But hopefully you're listening to them and saying, yes, what a great idea to go to Maryland and go to BlackCon and do all the cool things that are in the clips. I can't spoil them for you. You got to go find the clips, but they're awesome. Trust me on that. So we've got that coming out. It's happening this month.
Yeah.
Hopefully you are coming out of your house to go.
Yeah, that's happening this month.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then the Upstate Caring Partners.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you were about to say?
I was.
Okay, well, you can go ahead.
No. I want you to do it because I messed up. So it's your job. Now I pass the football on to you.
Yeah, so our friends over at UCP, which is the Upstate Caring Partners, are putting on a second annual conference for their group. It's all focused on contemporary and compassionate care practices, and it is going to be a very exciting scene. The list of speakers is really great, and we are super lucky that we get to go. We're going to run trivia for everybody who's there on the Wednesday night before the conference and participate in some other goings on as well. So that conference is July 18th and 19th, coming up super soon in Utica, New York. And we hope to see you there.
And I think that's most of the conference news. But we're not just going to conferences or hearing about conferences. We went some places too. We didn't really though. Jackie, you've been some places.
I've been to some places, yeah. To start off before summer started off, I have graced the state of Hawaii and also the state of New York. So it's been a busy 2 weeks. You'll have your time. You too.
In New York? Yes, I know.
No, you'll have your time in Europe.
At the UCP conference.
You'll have your time in other places throughout the summer, but mine just started off hot and heavy.
Yeah.
Really hot in Hawaii. It was very hot. And I got the stomach bug. And I would love for listeners to write in if they've ever been sick on vacation, because this was my first time. And it was good, bad, right? It was good in the fact that I got to stay all alone for a whole day while everyone else went out and did fun vacation things. And I got to sit and watch Felicity, which I have been rewatching. It's like a 90s show about a girl going to college.
With Carrie Russell?
Yeah. Yep. I've been rewatching it. I'm already on season 3. So I really got a
She
big.
cut her hair?
Well, yeah, she cut her hair, and yes, that's where we're at. And yep, it's growing out now though, because I'm a little bit farther. And I watched Dairy Girls, which is also really good on Netflix, per Diana's suggestion. It's really funny.
I love Dairy Girls. It's so good.
Yeah.
So did you do anything related to Hawaii?
Yes, but then after I got the stomach bug, that was bad because I couldn't do some of the things that they were doing. But we went snorkeling in Hamana Bay and saw green sea turtles in the wild and a whole bunch of fish. That was really fun. We went to a beach every day. Even when I had the stomach bug, I went to a beach.
Did you just kind of made a hole for yourself nearby just in
I
case?
myself a hole in the ground like a turtle. But yeah, so that was fun. And then this weekend, I flew to New York, to my hometown of Messina, New York, on a 8-seater passenger plane.
Oh my God.
Through quite
whoa.
8-seater.
Not 8?
8.
The number that comes after 7?
Yeah, so 08. So my daughter and I went, and we represented over half of the people in the plane because it wasn't a full flight.
Wow.
And it was very turbulent, and it was like a roller coaster.
No.
But
That
it was
sounds
only 1 hour
terrible.
long, so it was okay.
And
I saw
Very scary.
one of my relatives had a bridal shower. So I went there to celebrate her upcoming nuptials.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
I was on a little plane like that once, and the stewardess was so funny. And she goes, "There is no drink service on this flight. There is no snack service on this flight. The in-flight entertainment is me."
So this flight is so tiny that there aren't even stewardesses.
Oh.
There's only the 2 pilots.
Yeah.
And then they were like, if you want to crawl to the tiny drawer, there's no bathroom either. You can open the drawer and there's snacks in the drawer. So get the snacks if you want to. But no, it's very turbulent. And so you may hit your head on the ceiling.
Oh my God.
And they weigh you.
You might as well have been in a helicopter.
Yeah, they weigh you before you get on.
Yeah. Yeah.
To balance the plane out, so they tell you where to sit.
I would rather go on the 16-hour plane flight or whatever it is to Hawaii than this.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I mean,
I was on another little flight like this, and they passed out bottles of water and trash bags to everyone in preparation for how turbulent it was going to be. I think you were with me, weren't you?
Yes, I was. That is actually the flight that I went to the bathroom. And do you remember?
That's right.
I'm going to tell everyone. Very embarrassing. But I think everyone should know this and know that when it says put your seatbelt on, put your seatbelt on. So the seatbelt light had been on for like an hour and 15 minutes. And I had to pee so bad because I like chug water on the ascent. And she's like, go quickly. And I was like, okay. And so I like shimmy back to the bathroom. I sit down. I'm just doing my pee thing. And then we hit turbulent. And I flew off the toilet, hit my head on the ceiling.
Yeah.
While I'm still peeing, by the way, because obviously my response.
You didn't have time to stop.
Nope. And so then I ended up on the floor, but I had pee all over the back of my pants because I had peed. And so everyone, they hear me hit the floor, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, are you okay in there?" And I'm like, "What happened?" And so I had to hold on to the thing while I'm like pulling up my pee pants. And then I crawled back to
You crawled back.
I crawled back.
It was very turbulent.
I forgot that you're with me. And then I smelled like pee the rest of the time because
No, you did not.
Well, luckily for me.
Yeah, it's serious. Like when the light is on, it's serious. And that's why. You can get really hurt.
I know. Lucky for me, I had drank so much water that my pee was quite diluted, so it wasn't that bad. But still, it was really embarrassing.
That sounds awful. I don't think I like flying.
Now the world knows.
Now the world knows that I flew in the air in the bathroom and peed my pants and landed on the floor.
Ooh, so scary.
Yeah, it was. It was a terrible flight.
That doesn't
It
sound
was
good.
a terrible fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we've gone nowhere as of this recording, I think. I don't think we've started
Maybe we
any
should
of
do
our
a Fear
trips.
of Flying book club, actually.
But
I don't.
That might be,
I
right?
Are there any good fear? I've
Are there not?
done.
There
I've
should
done
be.
some Fear of Flying like online things. Because
Yeah.
I'm better flyer, but I certainly was not for a long time. I don't remember if there must be a book. I don't know if it's behavior analytic or if it's even behavioral at
The
all.
whole idea is behavior
so
analytics.
there's one book called Fear of Flying by Erica Jong, but it is not about fear of flying. It is like
Right,
a slowly awakening book. So I don't think we should read that one.
We don't notice until we get into the recording.
How did we read this whole book?
Yeah,
I took so many notes on this book too. I mean,
What
Gotta fill the
happened
time.
here? This
Oh,
is not
boy.
what we signed up for.
well, let's see. Jackie, did anyone send any emails about flying?
No emails about flying, but we did get an email about precision teaching.
All right.
And so listener Shauna Diffley wrote us and said that she was searching for some precision teaching podcasts on a way to a school observation, and she came across our precision teaching episode. And to her surprise and excitement, she heard us talk about the systematic review by McTiernan and all. And she said that we talked about the practicalities of precision teaching in public school and what that might look like in a typical classroom. And this is her whole focus of research. So she's currently completing her PhD at the University of Galway in Ireland. And her title of her doctoral dissertation is Developing Effective Teacher Training in Precision Teaching to Increase the Impact of Evidence-Based Interventions in Schools. So she's finishing up her study. I'm not going to tell you what she did because I don't want to be the one that ruins it for everyone.
Superstitious.
Yeah, but she wanted to reach out and let us know that we said that there was a gap in the literature and practice, but she's starting to build that bridge. So I cannot wait for her paper to be published so that we can invite her on and talk about that. So thanks, Shauna, for reaching out, and we're so excited that you're bridging that gap.
I was afraid you were going to
Thank you for writing to us.
have that sentence that Shauna wrote in and just wanted to let us know there is a ton of research and you couldn't find any of it, and it's really embarrassing. There's always that. Do you still get that fear after all these years that someone's going to write in and be like, actually, I know that you spent some time looking for this, but there's like a whole special issue of BAP all on the subject you said doesn't exist, and shame on you.
Yeah.
Not this time.
I mean, we don't look through every journal ever, but we do try to do a decent look at what's out there.
I thought that was a really nice. So thanks for writing in. And anyone else that wants to write in, I'd be happy to have strike up an email or correspondence with you.
Cool. That's abainsidetrack@gmail.com. Well, we've also had a chance for folks who wanted to reach out and share some thoughts, because we did our getting ready for our book club next year. We did a little differently because of the summer and how it went, how we had so many different books, and some of them were older books. Some of them were books we had guests that already were coming on the show. We thought, what if we loved doing all the book clubs. However, the idea of doing a monthly book club was a lot. It was too much. So we decided,
we all have other jobs.
Because we have other jobs. What if instead of worrying about like how do we fit them in or trying to do more but shorter books, what if we just planned it way ahead so that when everyone who's on a very different schedule as to when they have the most time in a year could just read the books and then make sure that they always were able to bring, no one ever felt rushed, because nobody wants to come to an episode feeling rushed. We want everyone to feel very prepared. So we thought, let's just put out the poll of all the books that we were going to propose we did every season anyway, and just put them in a big list and let everyone choose, because, hey, maybe the themes that we wanted to do were dumb and nobody wants to hear any of those books. So we put out a huge master list of books chosen by myself, by Diana, by Jackie, and by Alan, and we put them on the Patreon page. And again, you do not have to be a paying member, subscriber on Patreon page. You can be a free member there as well if you just want to get all your episodes through there, and you can vote. So as of this recording, we don't know who won. As of the release of this, we don't know who. You'll know who won. And we'll put out a little something. But as of our recording, we still got another day or so left in the poll. So we don't know who won. But we do have some leading candidates. I'm very happy to say some of the books that are getting a lot of votes are ones that I'm very happy about. I don't know about everyone else yet. So we're kind of excited to see how it all ends. But we will also have another poll coming out every season for listener choice episodes. Those we're going to keep per season. So again, if you say, I want to vote on what y'all talk about, okay, well, fine. Just go to patreon.com/ABA Inside Track. Join as a free member, or you can join as a subscribing member. Whatever works for you. You get discounts, you get some free CEs, and you get to, but you can vote and comment freely whenever you like as any level of member. Well, did we cover everything we wanted to for this fun July episode?
I think so. I think we really hit the nail on the head.
Yep. Like they say, you hit the nail on the hammer.
And hurt yourself in the process.
All right. Well, we've got so many episodes coming out. I guess we should probably go start preparing to record all those episodes. And then we've got some other summer fun going on. We hope that you are having some summer fun as well. But you have a little bit of time. Maybe it's on a long drive to your campsite or to the beach where you can listen to some of our great guests this month on ABA Inside Track or our book club at the end of the month. Well, I think that brings us to the end of the show. We'll be back with the first of our full-length episodes next month. In the meantime, again, you can find us on all your podcast players as ABA Inside Track. You can email us, abainsidetrack@gmail.com. Go to our website, abainsidetrack.com. And, of course, subscribe for some bonus stuff on patreon.com/ABA Inside Track. And we'll be back with those first July special guest month episodes next week. But until then, keep responding. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.